Hey drummers, Gary Williams here, your Drumset Mastermind and creator of the Drumset Artistry Mastermind group. I hope you're doing well and having a great day. I want to talk to you in this video about fear of the drumming unknown. What do I mean by that? It could be something related to performing, such as, oh, I'm afraid to play in front of people. Maybe I'll mess up, drop a stick. It could also be fear in terms of taking a lesson and playing in front of a teacher. Sometimes that's actually much more scary, I think, than performing, because in front of an audience, you have a bunch of people that are not drummers. They're just there for a good time. And you're not the center of attention. You're part of the band. But during a lesson, of course, it's all about you. And sometimes playing in front of somebody could be pretty frightening. I'll tell you a little story about one of my former students. He went down to have a lesson with Dave Weckl. This was many years ago. And he was describing to me how it went, and he said that Dave just sort of flipped a chair around backwards, put his arms up there and said, okay, play something. Can you imagine that? Being right there in the studio on his set, he's staring right at you, you know, and you're supposed to perform well. Well, that could be obviously a very scary situation. I remember another situation for me when I was going to a Percussive Art Society International Convention, and John Riley was going to be one of the clinicians. And on the way there, I made this promise to myself, if there was an opportunity to sit in, I was going to raise my hand. And the reason for that was because I was afraid. I was afraid of getting up in front of people, and I wanted to test my ability to just decide that I could overcome my fear. And so sure enough, after he said a little bit about this and that, and he was talking about brushes actually and playing slow and some ballads, I could hear him go to the, so I'd like to see if somebody would like to volunteer. And right as he said the word, he raised my hand and his eyes shot my direction and he said, brave man. And fortunately it went very, very, very well. So no complaints there. I got to hang with him, spend some time getting to know him. And it really was a great, rewarding experience. So I was afraid, but I pushed through that fear. And there's a lot of things in my past that I could bring up, and I'm sure that, you know, you could relate to this. I've been there. I'm sure you're there now, some of you. So I'm bringing this to your attention because there's other ways to go about dealing with your fear. It could be something about your playing skills that you don't feel confident enough to be able to execute well in a performance situation. So maybe some private instruction would help you, not criticize you, but actually empower you and embolden you. I've had many students who are really kind of down and they come to the lesson, and so there's nothing but positive reinforcement that I can give them about all the things they can do, and that it's not bad habits. We're building on habits, and we're going to build higher and higher levels of skill. It's really like a skyscraper. As you progress in your drumming, your building gets a lot taller, your knowledge gets a lot greater, your confidence grows, and you become less fearful. So that's the point of this, is that if you really decide to embrace the fear of the drumming unknown, you'll find out there's really not a whole lot to be afraid of. What you imagine is probably a lot more scary than what in reality you will experience. So consider that, and if you're interested in any help, private message me. This is what I do. I help drummers feel good about themselves. We work on the inner drummer of confidence, and we certainly work on the outer drummer of skills and ability. So if you're interested, get a hold of me. Until then, have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.